What is up, everybody? Michael here today with another topic discussion that I want to be, talking about, and that is could the Bears possibly win the NFC North in 2021? If you told me months ago, do you think the Bears could win this division? I would have looked at you and say, "Are you drunk?" Because we downgraded from quarterback and we were in a division with Aaron Rodgers playing at an MVP level. But it seems like with things going on from Green Bay, the Bears have the division in the palm of their hands, which they have, which I'll be getting into today. We upgraded with our offense during the draft, getting a young, improving quarterback, Justin Fields, getting one of the best offensive tackles in the class in Tevin Jenkins. Pretty stacked wide receiver core with Allen Robinson, Darnell Mooney, and whoever fits the third. Probably going to be Marquise Goodwin. And our running back has some room to become a top five running game, with Damian Williams, Tariq Cohen, and David Montgomery. This could be a very talented offense throughout the season. Defense, our front seven is going to be nasty. The secondary kind of worries me because we released Kyle Fuller. We have Desmond Trufant, who is a veteran and is okay. Jalen Johnson has been proven that he can be a good number two option. Kendall Villeneuve has shown promise when he came in for Buster Screens, injury situation. So you could say that the Bears' only weakness is their secondary. If it depends, because we did release Kyle Fuller. Our front seven's going to be nasty as fuck, because we're going to have Bilal Nichols, Robert Quinn, Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, and Eddie Goldman, depending if, situation, to me, it really doesn't matter. In our safety, we have Eddie Jackson, who looks like he's going to have a bounce back season. We downgraded from Adrian Amos to Deshaun Gibson, who looks like he is, so I'm not really too worried about, worrying about our safeties, because Deshaun Gibson did have a good season with the Bears back in 2020. So let me get to the other opponents, starting from with shittiest to great. So let me start off with the Detroit Lions. Their offseason really hasn't been the best. Downgrading quarterback from Matthew Stafford to Jared Goff, having zero receiving options, only having a proven tight end TJ Hawkinson, and their only good thing is their offensive line. Their defense has not been improved. They have a lot of, unproven guys. They only have Jeff Okudah on that defense. So the Lions don't worry me because we only did lose to them one time in the Matt Nagy era. But seeing what the Lions did in the offseason, they look like a team that could be beaten because Jared Goff really has proven that he can't win outside of McVay's system as he did before. So there's really nothing much to talk about the Lions because they did downgrade from every spot. This might be a team that can go winless this season. They can probably win 2 games at best. Now, let's get to the Green Bay Packers, a team that, had a few losses in the offseason. Corey Lindsey, was their huge loss when they paid Aaron Jones that money. But the main thing that is going to keep the Packers out of the conversation for NFC North title is Aaron freaking Rodgers sitting out of training camp. And why do I say that? Is because if you look at like Aaron Rodgers and the receiving core, other than Adams, they have already been a product of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, do you think with Alex Smith or Mitch Trubisky that they would still have those same numbers? Maybe for Adams, but I doubt for Robert Tanya, Lazar, and Marquez Valdez Scantling. They do have a good offensive line. They still got Davey, despite losing Corey Lindsey. Their defense, however, still has a few talent. You guys got Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith and Amos, but they downgraded from defensive coordinator from having Mike Pent from Bob Harry from the 0-16 Detroit Lions. They did downgrade from defensive coordinator. But offense, let me get to Jordan Love, which I don't. It depends if they're confident in Jordan Love, or they're just gonna throw in Blake Bortles for because they've said that Jordan Love does not look like he is ready to be in the NFL. So whoever it is, whoever it is going forward, is gonna be the Packers can easily be, winnable, a beatable opponent. Because if you look at their team offensively and defensively they downgraded from coordinator. They did. Their secondary is going to be horrible because they did sign Kevin King, but they have Darnell Savage, which is probably. Let's just see how this the defensive coordinator plays it out because remember folks he was on the 0-16 Lions before. But it depends if Jordan Love is the quarterback that they traded up to get. But as of I don't see the Packers being a threat if the sources of Aaron Rodgers is true, which they are looking like they are true because Aaron Rodgers hasn't been showing up to training camp for multiple OTAs mandatory. He is being petty because of the fucking Jordan Love pick, which is now getting to the main threat, which is the Minnesota Vikings. Offensively, they're stacked with talent. They got Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and who's their tight end called? Smith or something? So their offense is very talented, but the question is Kirk Cousins getting up there in age? And so Kirk Cousins has proven he can be a very, you know, quarterback, but can he win big games? He hasn't won. The only one Monday Night Football win was against Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears, which he barely won that game. We've only lost to Kirk Cousins once in the Matt Nagy era. Their defense, however, even though they signed Patrick Peterson, which Patrick Peterson didn't have a really good season with the Patrick Peterson. Yeah, he was on the Cardinals. He really did not have a good season with the Cardinals. So their defense is full with unproven talent, but they do have, Danielle Hunter, returning, from his injury and looking like, he's going to be a nasty front seven, and Anthony Barr returning from injury as well. Which leads me to the question, are the Bears possibly can win this division now that Aaron Rodgers is possibly not staying in Green Bay? And that, my friends, is yes. Because if you're telling me the only competition is a team that we only lost to once, then I say have this division on lockdown. And everybody's going to come in and say, are you drunk? you're just being biased. Look, if you told me months ago when everyone said that Rodgers was going to get signed into a long term deal, I would have told you no. I would have had us second. But right now, it is looking like we're gonna be owning the division for a while. But anyway, that's it. That's up. Please hit that subscribe button as always. Her business. Bear down. Signing out.